Man, I just watched this video on Media Fake Out about this girl who got dragged out of her class in handcuffs, like out of her college classroom in handcuffs. Now, it was a black girl, but I can't even ride with the black girl on it because she was dead ass wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that the police, used a little bit of excessive force when they manhandle her at the end or whatever. But in this day and age, you never know what somebody got in their purse, in their book bag. She could have, you just, oh, I got the answer wrong, bitch. Waka flocka. Just cocked up and went ham in the classroom. So you never know what a person is capable of. So I kind of agree with the teacher calling the cops or whatever, but I don't really agree how they really like Rodney Kinged her at the end. You know what I'm saying? And but at the same time, she needed to learn the lesson of that neck rolling and cussing loud and the living up to the black stereotype, angry black woman thing don't always work. It's a time and a place for everything, and to do it at your teacher who is responsible for your grade at the end of the semester is not the time or the place. Now, everybody who watching this video cuss, what I'm saying, or has heard a curse word. But when you sitting in a classroom setting, you can't just disrespect the teacher or punk the teacher out and expect to get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Because the teacher has to still uphold some kind of authority within the classroom. Now if you want to get the teacher after class and it's just a one-on-one situation, you cuss that bitch out if that's what you feel like you got to do. You know what I mean? I don't, that's not the way I would go about it, but if that's what you feel like you got to do, you should have done it in a way that would have just been you and the teacher after class, and y'all can say and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But to do it in front of the class with all the other students watching, if you can talk to the teacher like that, everybody else is gonna feel like they can talk to the teacher like a punk. You know what I'm saying? And then that disrupts and takes away her whole authority in her classroom. So you gotta give them at least that much respect. And because I've been in that situation before where I argued with a teacher about a test answer, but I didn't do it in the classroom. When we were discussing the test, I raised my hand with everybody else that had got that question wrong, and I said, I don't feel like the answer should have been marked wrong, and why, and I told them what the correct answer was. And before it got to a point like that, it was like, well, just talk to me about it after class. And I'm sure the teacher thought I wasn't going, ride with it after class, but no, I marched my ass right up to the front of the class after class and proceeded to prove I know my answer is right. And within 2 days of me, being on this teacher about it, he had to break it on down and change everybody's grade in the whole fucking class. Because yeah, I'm like that. I go to the death on some shit that I know is right. And I already had a good grade in the class, probably one of the best grades in the class. Cause yeah, I'm like that. But don't mark some shit wrong that I know is right. You know what I'm saying? And dude had, like I said, had to break it on down and change everybody's grade in the class and the answer key. So, people taking that test right now today are getting that answer right because of me. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, she should have handled it in a different way. For you to get up on there, you already looking like the angry black woman. You got the do-rag on, snacks and shit on your desk, hair all wrapped up and shit. Why are you even wrapping your hair if you ain't gonna unwrap it to come to class? I mean, what's the point? So you already looking stereotypical. It's gonna be the teacher every student who doesn't like you's word and the cops' word against yours. You know, I couldn't see any of the other students except maybe like the girl who was filming it. I know she was white because I saw her arm go across every now and then. And the person that was sitting across from her was white. So that's at least two white people that's gonna talk against her. And no other voices seem to be heard, you know, during the thing except for her and the teacher. And you know, it's gonna really come down to her word against yours, and you're gonna lose. You know, and you're gonna probably get expelled. You're probably gonna get an F for the class. You may even get probation. Hell, you could get kicked out of school because, you know, they have a zero tolerance for this type of shit now. I mean, it's too many people going up in schools and stuff now, just bussing. You know what I'm saying? Just killing people over dumb shit. You know, a bad day type shit. You know, and they can't be too safe. And you know, and all it takes is for you to give a policeman a little bit of extra power or a little bit of extra, you can do this, and you still have those cops out there that's gonna take advantage of that, especially to a black person. We don't know, you know, if the cops could have been racist and got a kick out of wrangling you down like a damn cow in a rodeo. You know what I'm saying? But that's the situation that you put yourself in when you took it there. And people were saying in the comments and shit, well, it wouldn't have happened like that if it had been a white girl. But, you know, let's be real. A white girl wouldn't have took it there. A white girl wouldn't have acted that way. Now, a white guy, we don't know. A white guy could have pulled the gun out and just got the busing right in the class. But a white girl, I don't feel like she would have, that bitch. And, you know, I don't feel like all that would even have happened for the cops to come and wrestle you to the ground like Rodney King. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see that. And what we got to do, people, is stop trying to always have the last word. Stop trying to always feel like you got to be the angry black woman in every situation. Because when you looking at it from the point of view that I saw it, which was on a viral video at this point, you look stupid as fuck. You look stupid as hell. And nobody's going to come to your defense because we saw what happened. You know, regardless to if, you know, you had to go get 10 Band-Aids on your knees or whatever because of how they threw you on the ground. I can't have any sympathy for you when I saw you doing, you know, talking all the shit beforehand, and then you want to go into Dolomite at the end. You gonna have to take me. I ain't leaving out the classroom. And then they took your ass. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be mad. I would have rather waited till after class and used that little bit of time between the class letting out and the next class coming in, or maybe the teacher didn't have a class after that. Whatever. Let me come to your office. Something, you know, they would have gave you the opportunity to get it off your chest. And then if it was the type of teacher that was like, nah, I don't even want to talk about it, blah, 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 then that's when you have a case, because the teacher has to talk to you. They have to give you an opportunity to speak to them about something like that. You know, they have to give you at least 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And then if they didn't, that's when you can go all ham but not in that way, you know. I hope y'all getting what I'm saying. I'm kind of just pissed off because I did this video earlier when it was fresh on my mind with my webcam, but my webcam be acting an ass, you know. And it sucked when you have to do a video over because you thinking about my first video was so much better than this one, and you trying to remember other stuff that you might have said in the other video, and me and my gadgets, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes they don't work the way I need them to. But, you know. Anyway, if you agree or disagree with anything that I'm saying in this video, because this is the second time I've had to do it, So I'm sure I left out a lot of things that I might have said in the first video. But if you agree or you disagree, put it in the comments, or even tack you a video response up to this video, because that video is viral at this point, you know, and a lot of people are gonna be, you know, they did her wrong, they did her wrong. No, she did herself wrong. You know, she brought that on herself by being the stereotypical angry black woman instead of being the I'm in college trying to use this to go further myself to get some type of employment or blah blah blah. Because what are her future employers gonna say when they're like, "Oh, weren't you that girl who had the viral video?" Da 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 whoop de whoop, you know. And you know they gonna. I mean, that might not tarnish her future or whatever, but at the same time, you know, you only get one time to make a first impression. So, love y'all, and I'm talking to my haters. Kick ass!